Hi everyone, and welcome back to Cloud BI Academy, your place to master SQL one concept at a time. Today we are diving into one of the most powerful feature in SQL, that is store procedures. By the way, have you ever written a query and wished you could reuse it easily across your application? So that exactly where store procedures come in. So let's start with the basics. What exactly is a store procedure? So a store procedure is just like a recipe in a cookbook. You write it once and you can use it as many times as you want. For example, first we create a sample data to understand the store procedure. So we have create an employee table with employee ID, name, department, job title and salary. Now we have insert some dummy data here. Okay. So it is your small data set is created. So where we have go through with our demos. So this is basic syntax for creating any procedure. It is started with create statement. In case of alter, we have just alter procedure. And if you drop this procedure, you written as a drop to delete from the system files. So this is a basic started with the syntax create procedure. What is your procedure name? You have place here. Then in daily practice, we have using the begin and end, and within begin and end, we have paste our logic. Okay, so here you have seen we have required like HR required all employee details, and we have used in our .NET application or any other application, we call any things where we get the all the employee. So this store procedure is help you. So first I create this store procedure. It is created successfully. It is stored in our, if I am going to refresh, this is our database. This is programmability. Here is one option, store procedures, and this is your created store procedure. And it is depend on if you require something alter, you can alter here. If you want to drop, so we can drop here and also execute the procedure also. And if go through with the syntax, so execute your procedure name. So once you execute this procedure, we get the all the employee list. So all right, so why bother with store procedure? Let me give you few quick benefits. First thing is reusability. So here no need to rewrite SQL again and again. Just write once and use many times. Second important thing is performance. They are pre-compiled, so they run faster. Then third thing is security. You can give access to the procedure without giving access to the underlying tables. And final thing is centralized logic. So we did not require to change many places. We just it is a centralized logic where we change anything and it is reflecting on every places. So think of them as a SQL superheroes doing the heavy lifting behind the scenes. So again we going to our demo window. So in this procedure, create procedure tells SQL Server you're building a procedure. Okay, and get employee is the name of the procedure, and inside begin and end we place our query. So try this in your local SSMS or Azure Data Studio. If it work, drop a comment, and I have also share in the description link all the queries. Now let's make it smarter with parameters. So in this case, we have discussed create a store procedure with parameters. Okay, so let's think. We have a thousands of employees there, and we want details about the employee based on any employee ID. Okay, so now we handle this thing with our second case statement. So here we have just written our syntax: create procedure, get employee by ID. Here we have provided employee ID as an integer value because in our table structure employee ID data type is integer, and here we have placed our logic based on our input parameter. Like we have provided something on that, I mean getting the results yet. So now create this procedure. Or now let's. So this make your procedure flexible instead of hard coding values. You let the user pass them in, and you can modify like this based on the employee name, department name. So depend on what type of requirement and what type of data you have required. So we have changed our input parameters. So now we execute our procedure. Like we have required data detail regarding employee ID 103. So once we execute our procedure, we getting the details. Same as it is for 102. And if any employee ID is not belonging to, so we have randomly pick any employee ID here and put that employee ID. So this employee ID is not available in our table, so that's why we getting no results. Now let's take it one step further. Here we have discuss the multiple parameters because this is one example where we have passed only one parameter, employee ID. Now we have discussed the next step where we have put multiple parameter. So we just alter our procedure, alter procedure, get employee by ID. Okay, and we pass one more parameter here, employee ID, and at the rate, or we can do one thing. We just create a new procedure here to understand the things. Okay, so I go through with our predefined procedure. So here we have go through with our update example. So in this case, we have passed our multiple parameter like employee ID is there, and HR want to update the salary against that employee ID. Okay. So we have create our procedure with name of update employee salary, and here we have used the proc. So proc is a short form of procedure, so we can use here. Okay. So here we have passed first input parameter as employee ID, second input parameter is new salary, and then we have put our update statement. Update employee table, set salary is equal to new salary based on filter based on employee ID. So let's create this procedure first. So now your procedure can handle multiple input. In real world dashboard often use this pattern. So same as it is we have applied for select statement also, like we have put our employee ID or something department name is there. So based on that we have getting the result set. Okay. Now we test this procedure. So this is employee data. We first go through with our data set. So here you have seen employee ID 103, or we have picked any 105 Eva Green. So previous salary is 55,000. So now we have changed this salary into 88,000, and their employee ID is 105. So because both are the integer value, okay. So just execute our procedure. Now see the magic. It is updated the salary. So it is based on your requirement. You can alter your procedure. Okay. Now we and go through with our next scenario. Sometime we have required we have discussed like we have discussed input parameter, multiple input parameters. So now we have discussed about the output parameters. Yes, store procedure can return value to without using select. So in this scenario, we have written the number of employees in a department. Okay. So our create statement for get employee count by department wise. So here we have first parameter pass as department name. This is our input parameter. Okay. And second, we have stored this count into as a output value. So employee count. Okay. So here we have put our select in employee count. We have stored the counts based on the department name. So now create this procedure to understand this. Okay. So it is created successfully. Now going for the test this procedure. So here we have declared at the rate total integer to store the getting the output value in a variable, and then we display this output variable here through print command. So print basically using for the checking our queries logics. It is display our record. So just go through with the example. So here we have execute our procedure name, like we have required for IT department, and we have getting the count of 2. If talking about sales department, so we have getting the output 1. So we have already update data using store procedure, so you will use this lot in backend development, because update employee salary, update department name. So based on the kind of logic is used in admin portal, HR system, and anywhere you change records. So we have already discussed. Now we have moved to error handling with the try catch method. So let's make our procedure smart enough to handle error also. It means like new employee insult, like insert new employee and handle any error. So for this scenario, we have going through with. So here we have declared all the attributes like employee ID, name, department, job title, salary. Okay, and it is handled with the try catch method. So started with begin, where we have put our insert statement. If anything error we have getting, that catch through error message. So this is the first block of code, that is for the try. This is for catch and end with statement. So now we have created this procedure. So error handling is important, specifically, especially in live environment where we can't afford crashes. So that's why we have using the try catch method. Sorry, I think something. So here we have defined all the table names, and against that, what our input variable, input parameters. Sorry, input parameters. So here we have written. So it is created successfully. Now we go through with our one sample record and add this record into our table. So here we have pass employee ID 106, name as Frank Turner, department name is finance, job title analytics analyst, and salary is 64,000. So once we execute our procedure, it is successfully added. Now we go through with our select statement, or we didn't want to write again. We have already created a procedure. Execute, get all employees. So what happened? We have getting 106 all. Now we by mistake, like we have run again this query. So we have getting error. What we error we have getting? Violation of primary key. It means same record we have. We cannot insert duplicate key in object DBO imply. The duplicate key value is 106. Okay. Let's finish strong with a real world dashboard scenario, because sometime we have getting the requirement to create a dashboard. So in HR scenario, we have discussed like get salary report they want, if department is passed, filter, and otherwise return all. So in that condition, if department name is available, so we getting that department based data, and if there is no value, so we getting that thing. So these kind of dynamic procedure is great for dashboard, report, and exports features. So how to handle these things? We have put here if and else statement. So if department name is null, So we have run this logic. Okay. Else our second logic with the department name, and it is based on the department label. So now create this procedure and go through with test. So it is created successfully. So in both scenario, so it means like in first scenario we have went any department ID, so we getting all the department wise salaries, and if particularly we required only for the IT, so we getting IT related total salary, because we have using here sum operation, so it is adding the salary. If required for some department change, it is sales. So we have getting total salary for sales department. And if you ever want to remove a store procedure or alter procedure, we have already explained you. If required alter any procedure, so just alter statement, you just alter the things. Like here we required alter. Okay. So based on alter, we have alter our procedure also. Okay. So it is alter successfully. And if you ever want to remove a store procedure, so just drop it. So drop proc your procedure and your procedure name. So I want to drop this procedure, so just execute. So it is deleted from our programmability. So let's quickly recap what we covered today. First thing, what is store procedure? Input output parameters based on ID, department ID we have getting, uh, and we have created for two input parameters, then one output parameter also. Read real world use cases, select, update, insert. Okay. Then we have discussed the error handling and also creating a dynamic filtering logic for reporting dashboards. So now tell me in the comment which part was new to you. If you learned something today, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your team, and don't forget to subscribe. In the next episode, we will talk about user defined function in SQL. So hit that bell icon to stay updated. Thank you. Bye.